IMN students do extended work placement or research projects between years 3 and 4. Some decide to do it in Sheffield, some decide to do it nearer to their hometown, and others decide to do it in more exotic places. For example, one girl decided to go to Monterrey in Mexico. Unfortunately, we couldn't wangle a trip to Mexico, but we can take you to some students who decided to stay here locally.
Yeah, the industrial placement for me was definitely an integral part of my course, as it counted towards the course itself. It counts for credits, so it's assessed through the report and the presentation. So it's definitely a very important placement to get for me.
University of Sheffield is I think is the only university within the UK that offers it as part of its degree. And it's really eye-opening. It shows you what industry is actually like compared to just learning about the theory at university and lectures. To see it in reality, in action, is a completely different ball game.
So it's pretty important to have a placement on the course. It's a pretty good thing because I'm not really sure what I want to do after I finish uni. So I can compare this to last year I did a research placement, and then in my final year I'm going to be doing a research project. So it'll be good to compare the two and see if I want to do more industrial stuff or academia after I finish.
Whilst I've been at Pegler, my main project has been focused on looking at voids within cast billet and extruded bar. It's a problem that Pegler have had for over 10 years now, and I'm kind of picking up on the previous research they did and trying to take it further with kind of my knowledge I've learnt from the University of Sheffield.
I'm working on 2 projects at the moment. One of them is to do with forging of rings, and it's looking at how long it takes, and it's estimating the times that they spend on the shop floor. So there's 3 different types of material, mainly steel, nickel and titanium, and a range of sizes from 100 to 1,000 millimetres, so like a metre long. And the second one is looking at a couple of the hammers that we have and how much energy they have, so we can better simulate forging results in the future.
So the skills that I've taken from my course that I can apply to my workplace is the skills that I learned in the ITP project, which is the Industrial Training Program. So in the ITP project, we learn about time management, producing Gantt charts, writing out reports, giving presentations, group discussion and stuff like that. And I felt because of all these skills, I've been more comfortable in giving presentation to my colleagues, writing out technical reports for the company and stuff like that. So I think those skills are really useful for me in my placement.
I think one of the major benefits of the course we do at Sheffield Uni is that we do ITPs. So we do projects based for other industrial companies. Whilst we do them based at university, being able to do a project from start to finish, so doing the research, background, literature review kind of aspect, all the way through to the actual research, working in a lab environment, to getting those results and analysing them, has been transferable skills here.
In terms of soft skills, the organisational skills required, just in general from my university degree, were very useful in dealing with the complex numbers and types of samples that I had. Additionally, problem solving that I've acquired through numerous university projects came in very helpful during my placement. The social skills and the social side of things, and generally my confidence improved a lot in that business atmosphere. So I think I'm much better prepared to take on the future projects where previously I would not have been confident or would have been unsure of how to act.
So the biggest thing that I think I learned from this placement is to work independently. So my supervisor gave me the full authority on how I want to design my project, how I want to run my project. Therefore, I need to have very good time management and project management skills to help me deliver my project professionally. And also I think that I learned to think more about my rationale about my decisions that I make, because every decision that I make will directly affect the company. And so I think that's another thing that I learned, which is to pay more attention to details and to make judgment based on facts.
I think from working within Pegler itself and industry, I've learned a lot about how projects don't always go from A to B. I've done a lot of trying something, it doesn't work, going back to the drawing board, trying something else, or machine's broken down, I can't run a trial this day, or actually production takes priority over my trial. It's learning to adapt and actually look at how you can change what my original plan was to fit actually within a working production environment.